Hey guys, welcome back to Retro Gaming Rocks. Today I want to talk about the Sega Genesis Mini Console 2 from the perspective of someone who never owned a Sega Genesis and never collected for the Sega Genesis. So if you watch my second video, you'll see that I went directly from gaming on the Atari 2600 console and the 5200, which I played a little bit as well, directly to gaming on computers of the era. So I never really played on a Nintendo Entertainment System, never owned one, never owned the Sega Genesis. I didn't game on consoles all the way to the Nintendo Wii. I want to show you this console and talk about my 5 favorite games that are here. Now, remember that because I never owned the Genesis, my 5 favorite games might be the ones I played on the arcade, since I never owned any of these in physical form. So, I have a different perspective on this. And while people will probably buy this for, collecting purposes, I probably will be playing this a lot because there's a lot of cool games in here that I never enjoyed as a child, and I do not collect for the Sega Genesis. And so this is a great opportunity for me to really get into a lot of the awesome games that Sega made through the years. So let's check out the contents of the box and let's look at some of the games, and I'll tell you which 5 are my favorite. Okay, so here it is. Let's do a quick unboxing and let's look at the contents of the box. I have to say I am very impressed by the tiny size of the console and everything that it advertises to have and do. So let's take a look at it. So here's the controller, a 6-button controller, very similar to the original Sega controller. So next is a very nice HDMI cable. Then we have a power cable to power the console, and also a power brick, which a lot of things these days don't bring the power brick. So that's pretty nice that it brings also the power brick. So I'm kind of happy about that. Next, we have the console, and the console comes as everything else in its own small little bag. And again, I'm pretty surprised about the tiny size of the console. But wow, it looks like an exact replica. It even has the port. Of course, it's a fake little port, but it opens with a spring action like the original Sega. So it's a pretty cool replica of the original. So I'm pretty impressed with the console. It has a on-off button, the 2 USB ports in the front, and in the back we have an HDMI out, and we also have the port for the power cable. So this is pretty awesome. It looks really nice. It has the Sega seal in the back, so make sure that, I'm sure they're gonna replicate this. So make sure that when you buy one later on that it says Sega, so it's original. So again, very happy with the fact that they made this little console. So I am really looking forward to gaming on it. So let's check it out. All right, guys. So we are going to take a look at some of the games. Like I said, I'm going to choose my 5 favorite games and show you a little bit of gameplay on those. So the first one I am going to start with will be Vectorman. Vectorman is a super fun game. I've played this game on multiple occasions and I really love this game. Again, not having collected for the Sega Genesis and not having owned one, I only can go by, games that I've played before. I've gone through a lot of these games on the mini console. However, I'm still, in love with a lot of the games that I played many times on arcades or in other consoles or previously on emulation. So let's check out this game a little bit. So in this game, you gotta shoot all the enemies and capture as many photons before getting killed. So as you go down, you can shoot some of these floating creatures and these bugs as you capture a lot of these photons. And once you hit the ground, you get your bonus points. And then getting as many power-ups as possible. Without getting killed. So this is a very fun game. I really enjoyed this game. So this is one of my favorites. So the next game is Fantasy Zone. I love this game. It's hard as hell and frustrating sometimes. Depending on the port you play, there's different ports have different difficulty levels. But nevertheless, this is a great game. I've played it on a different number of different consoles and in emulation. So I really enjoyed playing this game. I suck at it, but it's a lot of fun, and I just play it over and over. So this is not an easy game. I love playing this game, but I have to admit that, on different ports, the level of difficulty varies. But still, this is a game that I totally love. So Outrun, wow, I used to play this on arcades almost every day because I used to work at a movie theater, and in the lobby we had several arcade games, and this is one of them. And so I really, really love this game. I spent many hours and many quarters playing this game. So this is, of course, will be on my list of my top games on this mini console. So the next game is Afterburner, and boy did I spend time playing this game. The arcade machine that was in my job, it was one of those arcade machines that had the moving cockpit for this game. And so it was kind of like a simulator, and every time you moved the joystick, the cabin, the whole cockpit moved as if you were flying the jet. So this was an awesome game. I mean, I spent a lot of money on this arcade machine. Really enjoyed it. Played it almost every day on my lunch break. So this is a game that to me brings back a lot of memories, and a game that I really love. So again, another game that I really, really adore, and that I plan to play quite a lot on this console. Hey guys, so the last of the games that I want to showcase is Rainbow Islands. So I never played this game on a Sega Genesis, and honestly, I have never played the Sega port. So it is quite different from the Famicom port, but it is a lot of fun. Hey guys, so that was the Sega Genesis Mini 2 from the perspective of someone who never owned or collects for the Sega Genesis. What do you think about this mini console? Is it better than the first one? Does it bring more games, better games? Is it something that you would like to buy if you don't have it? Let me know in the comments what you thought about this. And again, you know, I show you my 5 favorite games. And again, you know, you might think that these are not the greatest, you know, games on the Genesis. But again, from someone who never owned the Sega Genesis, who never collected for Sega Genesis, those are the ones that bring back a lot of memories for me, and the ones that I played a lot as a kid, as a teenager, and the ones that I continue to really love. So I'm very happy that I bought this. My opinion about it is pretty positive. So, you know, we might differ in our opinions, but that's okay. We're all entitled to our own opinions, right? So let me know in the comments what you thought about it. And again, you know, if you watched the video, please consider subscribing, clicking the like button and notification bell so you can stay up to date with videos that I upload. So again, thank you so much. Thank you for watching Retro Gaming Rocks, and I will see you on the next video. Have a wonderful day.